Welcome in, everybody, back to the Just Listen the First Time podcast. We've taken most of the summer off, and so we're excited to be back with you. We just decided, you know what? We're super busy, and sometimes it feels like summer is more busy than the school year just because it feels like less routine, at least in my opinion.
It's a good busy, though.
It is. It's a fun busy. It's doing all sorts of great stuff. The weather's been really actually pretty great for the most part. We had some really hot weather. Yeah. Not quite Arizona hot. Sorry, all you Arizonians.
Yeah.
They've been in like 120.
Ooh,
what? Crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, nuts. It's like 110 at night, like middle of the night.
Oh, boy.
Or like 100 degrees or
Busy
97 or something like that. It's nuts. But anyways, we've like taken a couple of months off from the podcast here. So we're calling this season 2.
Season 2.
Season 2.
We're here at season 2 of the Just Listen the First Time podcast. And I think the thought process is maybe we're going to like make each school year its own season sort of thing. Maybe, you know, take the
I think
time
you
with
just
our families
decided
and
that
stuff.
right then and there.
Oh, I thought we talked about
No,
this
I
at
mean,
one
that's what
point.
you said.
I
You were the
it
one.
is,
Yeah,
it
you
is.
said
I
that.
think
sorry.
you said it.
I
Yeah,
might
you
have.
did.
Yeah, I think
You literally did.
You might have.
And it's a great idea.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, it's fantastic.
Yeah.
Great idea, Casey, even though you don't want to own it.
Yeah.
Great idea.
Take it.
But we're so excited to be back. It's Fletcher, it's Casey, I'm Mark. We're here to talk about some stuff with the school year nearing close, right? And so within each summer, it feels like there's like phases, right?
Yeah.
Where and we're going to talk about it, so I don't want to go too far into it. But you get to August and you feel like, man, school is close, and so we kind of call it the August Scaries, like Sunday Scaries,
Like
but
Sunday, yep.
August,
Yeah.
you know what we're talking about. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
But-
August is the Sunday of the week.
It for
Month.
sure is.
Yeah.
That's exactly it.
Did you hear that somewhere? Or did you just make that up?
I just said it one day because it felt like it. Like I
That
got
is
and like
genius.
Saturday always flies by,
Yep.
and July flies by. So I was like,
Mm-hmm.
every month is
That's
like a weekend,
Saturday. Yep.
and it just goes too fast.
Yeah.
And June is Friday.
Yep.
I love
Or-
Friday.
Yeah,
Yeah, because like
it would be.
June. Yeah, I feel like
Like a
Friday.
Friday
Like
night.
you're it
Fantastic
doesn't
Friday.
seem like super long,
Yeah,
and it goes quick, and that's what happened with June.
and it's busy because
Yeah.
you do stuff on Friday
Mhm.
nights. This is unbelievable.
Yeah,
What an
good.
analogy.
Yeah.
Isn't that
So
good?
we're gonna be talking
I like
about
it.
that
Holy
today. That's
cow.
what we're doing here.
Exactly. Yeah, it's good to be back though. We were talking about how it's fun to be back in the studio and
AKA my basement.
studio. You know, we call it studio.
Hey,
but
we got really nice lights. This
Yeah.
is studio.
Yeah, we've
got it.
upgraded. So
We did.
hopefully
We
you can
did.
see the changes. But anyways, tell me, how was June for you guys?
June was good. I don't know. Do you guys have a hard time? I'm curious about what you guys. I have a hard time winding down from school mentally. Mark's like, I don't.
Go ahead,
I
Fletcher.
don't- And maybe it's because I looped this last year, but I feel like it was easier for me to kind of
Let go.
just kind of like just like get into summer mode. So for me, it didn't seem like it took as long, but I also kind of got busy with stuff right away that like took my mind
That
off
really
of it.
helps. Yep.
So that could also have come into play.
Yeah, we went to Tennessee, and that was a lot of fun. Like earlier in June, and that helped because then when I came back, I was like, no more school.
Yeah.
No more
and
school thinking.
You were in an RV. You rented an RV for the first
Yeah,
time, and you
that
went
was
to the
fun.
like Smoky Mountains.
Yeah, which is hilarious because we were like the only people in an RV driving out to the Smoky Mountains.
Way to do
But
it.
that was us.
Be unique.
If you were a fellow sunseeker in an RV,
that
good
what you were in?
job.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep, nice. That sounds super fun.
It actually was. It was
Yeah.
really cool.
Such
Yeah.
a cool area.
Like for me, I tutored this summer just 2 days a week, and that was like a little bit school, like planning that out and just seeing where they were at was a little bit, but also it's like a summer job, so it's not the same as the school year.
Right.
Yeah. Otherwise, in June, then I just kind of relaxed and stuff. Like I read a lot. I went to Vegas for that conference and played a lot of volleyball.
Yep.
And that was, I don't know, but just going into like volleyball, tutoring, And then thinking about that conference took my mind off of the school year, I think. So.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
Well, and you do 3 nights of volleyball a week, so you got
plus then I had
Yeah.
coaching,
like
so I had 4 nights. I had 4 nights of volleyball a week, so that was a lot.
Fresh coach, how's that been going?
It was good. I'm glad we had the summer stuff. I'll be more comfortable and confident
Going
for the
into
season, just knowing them and being there. So it was good.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
But it kept me busy. Like there wasn't a lot of freer downtime, I feel like.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
So, which is good and bad.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like June I had more of a balance between like built in some time to like relax and read and whatever. So
yeah.
lake time.
I think you got to go into a little more detail. I bet people listening would want to hear how the TYHO conference
Teacher Huddle?
was.
Yeah. It was my first time presenting. I thought I was going to pass out. I did 2 sessions. The first one I presented on the secret stories, and then the second one was like kind of the AVMR stuff that Jill, one of our instructional coaches, has gone with us. Just the stuff that has really stuck with me and helped me. I talked about like just not going from introducing multiplication right into memorizing facts, like how you can bridge it with, flashing those subitizing. Yeah, subitizing, like doing that type of stuff, and then introduce a couple of the games that I've liked for multiples, and just so it went really well. Got presenter feedback, so the people who submitted it had good things to say.
Nice.
Maybe if they hated it, they didn't want to hurt my feelings. So
did anybody tell you that you were awkward or awful?
No, and I would have
because I know you yourself kind of are like, I probably was that.
I was for sure. I was like super awkward, but I did tell him like if I pass out because I'm super nervous, just leave me be. And then I like kind of made a comment like, hey, we're either going to go take a shot after this because it went really well or because it went really bad. So who's joining me? And then I was like, ooh, things maybe I should just say in my head. but we said
that's good though. I think people probably were like, okay, he's a real person.
A human.
You know,
yeah.
This isn't something you do all the time.
Yeah, made it like light.
Yeah.
Broke the ice a little bit. So
that's
so
good.
that was good. I was nervous, but it was fun.
Nice.
Met a lot of people and it was a good time.
Good job.
For you.
Yeah.
Proud of you.
Yeah, thank you.
That's a big deal.
That's great.
Yeah.
That is. Yeah. That's stepping outside the comfort zone. Probably.
You know what they say: if you stay in your comfort zone, you stay in your comfort
just
zone.
Stay there.
Yeah, you're
comfy. Really comfy.
And that's not bad either.
Yeah.
So there we go.
Yeah.
Going back to what you said when you were talking about like you have a tough time winding down.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. What?
I'm like, straight. The school year's over. Done.
I don't
think
understand.
about school anymore.
I wish I was like that.
Yeah,
Can't do that.
But how was your transition into being like the stay-at-home solo parent all day?
Yeah, I mean, it's great. I love being able to do that. I realized that because I've got an almost 4-year-old and a 2-year-old, and so like they're parents out there understand like you've got kids are busy, and like our 2-year-old is like following his big brother doing everything, so it's just a lot of hands-on stuff, and I realized we got to get out of the house and do something like almost every day. Like let's go to a park, let's go to
break up the day.
The gym at school. We've really utilized that. That's a perk.
Take advantage.
That is a huge perk. But it's been good. It's been fun, frustrating, all the things.
Yeah.
And that's parenthood. It is. And so
cheers.
Were you cheersing me? Thanks.
I was, but I bumped my mic. Awkward.
You tried though.
Yeah. There we go. No, it's been good, but doing that full time doesn't allow you to do all the stuff that you want to do. Like
you just don't get a break
once or twice a week.
Yeah.
Like that's something I would really enjoy.
Yeah.
And I don't get to, but that's just the season of life we're in, and that's just because our daycare closes down during the summer too, which is good for her. She can do that.
Yep.
And so it's just lots of hands on. We're finding all sorts of stuff to do.
I do feel like June is like a Friday. Like
I was just.
For you, Casey, like I feel like after the work week, sometimes at the end of the school dates, you're like you feel like there's all these things that you need to like wrap up. Some people don't. Mark can just cut it. Yeah. But either way, then it's kind of like you have all this anticipation because it's like Friday night, you're like, this weekend I'm going to get all this stuff done. And you're kind of planning it out and then trying to get started on some of it. Does that make sense?
Are you saying for like I plan out my school stuff on Friday?
No. I'm saying like summer, like, hey, I'm going to do these activities. I'm going to take these trips. Like you start planning, what do I want to do this summer?
What
Not
I do.
School. You start planning out your summer stuff.
So what I do is I start planning my summer stuff mainly because I don't want to think about school anymore.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, what projects can I do? And I'm excited because Friday, it's exciting. You got the whole
Friday
weekend.
night.
You got the whole weekend.
Friday night,
so
baby.
what are you gonna do? You know, so in June you're like planning for your whole summer. Like, what are you gonna do? What are your accomplishments that you're gonna have? What are some house projects?
The fun stuff.
All those things. And then so you make those lists, and then you start them. And I usually in June I start strong, and but. We'll get to July later.
Well, I mean, might as well go into it now. I mean, June.
Well, I do want to say that, and halfway, it takes me about 2 weeks to really fully wind down and really get into summer mode. And then from then until, it does.
That's crazy.
It takes me 2 weeks. And then from then down to mid-July is my favorite part of summer. That's my favorite part.
Nice.
Because it's summer. And I'm not thinking about school.
Yep.
Yeah.
Not thinking.
Just live the life.
I suppose one thing I forgot about that helped me maybe cut it off was literally the day after in-service I went on a trip with some close friends.
Oh.
Like our family and their family went. And we actually teach with them. So.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
so
that helps just...
That was maybe like we dove right into that, drove there right after the
it's kind of like a
day
good
of in-service.
Yeah, because that can...
I think I'm going to plan a trip
I was going to say, maybe that'd be the way to do it, just like really get you...
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Into
because
summer.
after I came, because we didn't go to Tennessee until middle of July.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Middle of June.
June,
Yeah.
But speaking of July,
okay.
How was July?
I blinked and it's over.
Yeah, same.
I know. That's exactly how it goes. It was the 4th yesterday.
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's actually
August
already. We're talking in August right now. But it literally felt like that.
It did.
And that's, again, like Saturdays. Saturdays go by so fast because you're doing so much. You're so busy.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just telling you guys, I think I slept in my own bed like 7 nights the whole month of July because I was traveling, going on a road trip with my sister's family to New York. I was out at the cabin. I was all the places except for here.
Yeah.
And it was fun, but then all of a sudden you get back to like, it's August. What?
Yeah, it's Sunday.
Do you feel like tired, exhausted from all that traveling during July?
I did. Like I needed, once I would get back, I needed like a day just by myself. Yeah. Just to like do nothing. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So.
What did you do on those days?
What did I do?
Yeah, on those
literally nothing.
Like watch something.
Yeah, watch. Quarterbacks was the one when I got back from.
That was good.
From the road trip. That's the first thing I did. Just all day.
Shout out.
Yeah, Kirk.
If you're listening, Kirk.
Vikings fans.
Big Vikings fans.
Skull Vikes.
Yep. But.
Yeah, exactly.
So it was all fun stuff, but it makes it, when there's so much going on, it makes it fly by. And now it's Sunday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know.
It's been fun though, because like we talked about your volleyball earlier, you've been playing 3 nights a week, but we all play together on the same team one of those nights. Yeah, that's been really fun. I look forward to
really
that.
Nice.
Like I look forward to that. Mm-hmm. Like I know I'm gonna like see you guys get out. Mm-hmm. Like I like having that.
And we didn't even really talk about teaching that much.
No.
I don't.
Like
I mean, maybe just here and there, but which was great.
Yeah, most of them just life stuff.
Yep.
Or just dumb. I mean, if you're with Mark if you're by me and Mark, it's gonna be mostly dumb stuff.
It really is.
Yeah, that's a lot of sarcasm.
Yeah. Well,
it's good.
You figure that out fast.
Yep. In case he hasn't left us yet. Stuck in the middle.
Technically
literally
she
and
has,
figuratively. So.
She's going to 4th grade next year, and we're back at 3rd.
Yeah.
But...
Stop bringing that up.
Yeah. All right. Well, then, Casey, how was your July?
Well, yeah. So, like I said, like in June, I stopped thinking about school halfway through June. But then about halfway through summer, that box, like, I'm thinking about things and I put it in a box in the back of my brain, right, in June. And then now that box is getting all dusty in the middle of July. But
Don't dust it off. Just let it collect.
oh, it does.
Yeah.
There's no controlling it. It comes, it just creeps up on you, and you'll be just going about your business, and all of a sudden it's like, there. It's like poking you.
She just, for those of you not watching, she just hit Fletcher.
This is abuse.
But it just pokes you.
Yeah.
And it,
Oh, yeah.
Okay, but then we talked about this just before we started.
Okay.
So we have not received our class list yet. And we were saying, like, I think that's helped me not think about school. Like, when I get that email and I can see my list, I'm like, oh, I could start making labels. I could start getting their area set up. It's kind of nice getting it a little bit later this year because I haven't really gone into thinking about school at all, really.
Yeah.
I mean, little bits because I will make stuff for TPT. And so, like, that's a way I make some extra money. So I have in that sense. But for, like, next school year, no, not really.
maybe it is because I am looping. So I'm thinking about
That's true because
the
you know
kid. I
your
know
kids.
them, and I'm like, okay,
Oh, I was going to
how am
bring
I
that
going to
up.
change
That is
it?
true. Yeah.
How am I going to change it this year to make it better for them this year?
Which is, you know, you talked about how that was able to help you shut it off after school started or ended.
Yeah.
But that's maybe why you're still
It
going is
could
because you
be.
just you have the kids in the back of your mind and you like know what you taught and what
Like, how
they
can
need
I
work on and
switch it
whatever,
up a
and
little
just-
bit? Or
It
how
could
can we-
be, but I think this is normal
This
for
is
me.
just how you
Yeah.
are.
Yeah, this
Yeah.
is, I think and I overanalyze and I,
You overthinking?
I know.
You are who we thought you were.
I know.
That's
I
a-
just do.
Dennis Green, you remember Denny Green, our
No.
head coach from the Vikings back in the day? They are who we thought they were. You
No.
are who
Sorry.
we thought you were.
Sorry.
I like it, though.
Well,
I mean,
I thought we were all
yes,
Vikings
yeah.
fans, but that's just me apparently.
Well, I just be like, well, yeah. So,
No.
yeah. So end of July, I start thinking about school, but I really try to avoid it and I push it away.
Good.
So even the end of, but it's not good. It's like weird.
Yeah.
So here's what I do. It was bothering me so much. I was like, well, maybe if I just like go into school, into my classroom, because it's under construction right now,
Mm-hmm.
and I go and literally just see it and I can't physically go into school, then that will stop.
Did it?
Nope.
Oh.
It got worse.
Oh.
It's
That's too
bad.
bad.
I
Yeah.
know.
I went in
So you
to
guys
see
don't
the
have
progress.
this problem, huh?
Well, I mean,
I
at
wonder
some
if
point,
people out there listening do.
and like at some point, I will just go
I
in
bet
and start,
there are, for
you know,
sure.
doing stuff. Like I couldn't. I know we talked into this last school year. We're like, let's not like make it till in service, and then we'll go. I'm like, I won't be able to. Like, I got new carpets, so like all my stuff's kind of packed
Everywhere.
up. I'm like,
I know.
I am gonna. I know it's gonna be a rainy day or something, and I'm gonna be like, all right, I should go in and just get it put back because I don't think I could wait until in service days and be rushed.
Mhm.
I don't like feeling rushed, unless I do.
I think my goal
Sometimes I
this
do,
year
but most of the time, no.
is to not go in. If I go in, yeah, because my room's under construction too, and I have to go repack everything in. But I'm not going to spend extra time. Okay, you guys have to hold me accountable here.
Okay, deal. Say it so we can.
Like doing decorative stuff.
Yeah, just like unload your stuff.
Just unload it, get it where I want it to be.
Yeah, organize it into cupboards.
Yeah.
Yeah, but not worry too much about that because that's not a big deal.
No. Yeah,
Even though
that's
I've
good.
always done it. But I'm not going to do it.
Yeah,
Do you guys believe
I've
me?
gone in. So actually, all three of our classrooms had stuff done. Fletcher's got new carpet. Casey's got new carpet and new cabinets,
Yep.
and mine got new cabinets. So we had the like all three different parts of the spectrum there.
Oh, yeah, I didn't realize that.
I've gone in and looked at it and have never once thought, man, I guess gotta go fill them. Which is super nice
Yeah.
for me, but
you're
I just like looking at it. I'm like, oh yeah, these look great. It's kind of
You're
fun,
so good
cool.
though at like even every like back to school, like it's almost open house, and you're like, oh, I got. And I'm like, like I'm not super like this a lot, but like for there, I need my stuff ready. Like,
Mm-hmm.
so that part will, if I do it now, I know it'll cause me less stress.
Later.
Yes.
Sure.
So,
So we're kind of already getting into August here.
yeah.
Right? So the
Mhm.
phase of August, which is now
Sunday.
Sunday.
Sunday. Because you know what comes after Sunday?
Monday.
Monday.
Ugh.
And then so you just start thinking about
Monday.
it.
No, that's a different song.
Yeah. Oh, hey, you know what else in July though? Before we talk August,
Oh, yeah.
the lake water is finally at a temperature where it's like,
Nice
I
to be
can
in.
use this all the time,
Yeah.
and then you get into it.
Yeah, I love the lake
Anyways,
life.
I thought that was a fun point to add.
Yeah.
And then we have to not be in it because we're
I know.
in August.
So then my next question is,
Okay.
would you rather the school year went... So our last episode was a would you rather. Would you rather go to school in June and then have July, August, and September?
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
No.
What? I would.
I think I would too, because like the beginning of fall is my favorite, and so if I could like...
Or what if
enjoy
we went
that-
halfway through June and then halfway
Sure.
through September?
Yeah,
I would like that.
Yeah.
It just gets so hot. Like, it can get so hot in June. We were very hot at the beginning of this June.
Was it?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
It got warm right away. And
But then that's when you're in AC at school.
Yeah. It just... I don't know. I don't think I would.
You're outside.
But usually it's not. It's usually raining. However, the weather's just changing like crazy lately, so we can't.
That's true.
I don't know.
Yeah. Well...
Yeah, because we had like mid 60s, and then we went to mid 90s, and then we're back at 80, mid 80s.
Yeah, it's like 87 today.
70s to 80s.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But anyways, sorry, I derailed us.
Yeah.
August.
August.
What are we feeling here? It's August. Sunday Scaries. August Scaries creeping back in for you
Yeah.
guys.
Yeah.
Are they?
I really try to not let them though. You know, like I said, that box coming and poking me, but.
But then does that make it worse when you try to not let it?
Maybe, but
You know
how
what
do
I
you
mean?
not? How do you like?
Yeah, I don't
know
if
how
there's
to
a
do
way
I don't
that.
know. Like,
do it.
if you... Are there certain things that you're, like, thinking about? Like, that you should be or could be doing? Or is it just
No.
knowing what's coming?
I think it's. Well, see, here's the thing. It's not just school because it's your whole life, your family
It's
life,
changing.
everything
Mhm.
changes. So then you're starting to think about, okay, like, I don't know. I don't know why I think about these things.
Yeah.
But
No.
I think about like, okay, what are our meals going to be like? They're coming up. It's so
Yeah.
stupid. It's a month away.
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
I don't ever get it, like, super bad like that, but it's like, I'll just casually... If I know it's coming, like, once we get our class list, if I'm watching something, maybe I'll make, like, their name tags on my computer while I'm still sitting there, and, like, little things that I can, like, slowly check off.
Yeah.
That then I can just get ready. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to try really hard just to I don't want to take time away doing my work at home away from my kids
yeah.
either, like my own children. So like
Yeah, it's very different for you too.
I don't want to sit
Right.
on my computer and make stuff
Right.
while they're running around, even though I know that I probably will at some point and
Yeah.
do a little bit.
And it's,
But
for me, if I'm
I
already
don't-
sitting there watching something, I just
Yeah.
will multitask because
yeah,
I don't
Mhm.
have the kids there.
well, you
So-
got Rudy and Reg.
I know, I just throw their frisbee and we're good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
hey, there you go.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
it's-
that's what I do for my kids too.
Yeah, throw the frisbee.
Yeah, yeah, go get it.
Yep. Heck yeah.
Oh, I wish it was that easy to
Yeah.
entertain.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was just thinking of something. Yeah, it's definitely changed since having kids. You know, I used to do all of that preparing beforehand too, where I didn't maybe feel it, but I don't know. I don't know how I've cut corners with that. I think my scaries come when, or like the thing I think about more right now is we're a week and a half away from football starting, and I coach that. You're a week and a half away from volleyball.
Yeah.
And because then I know once that hits, summer's basically done because you've got so much time put into that, and you don't get all that time for yourself. And it's good, you know, like coaching is fun. You get to do something you're passionate about with, I mean, I'm at the high school level, you're at the high school level, so it's kids you can carry on like semi-intelligent conversations with, and that's exciting too, you know. But yeah, that's I don't think about school, probably because I just think about how football starts and then it's the end of summer.
Yeah.
Maybe that's part of it.
And then do you think, like, once you realize it's summer's gonna end, then you're like, so much stuff that you wanted to get done or do, or like, and then like you just didn't, so like that's part of it too, like, oh, I wanted to get this done around the house and I wanted to go spend more time at the lake, I want to do this, and you just were like, man, I didn't do everything I hoped.
Yeah, sometimes
Yeah.
for sure. I guess I can't think of anything that I wish I really would have done that I had
or
on
like
the
maybe
agenda.
you'll miss being like, oh, when it ends, like, oh, I'm gonna miss.
Well, we
like,
just
time
want to,
and-
especially around
yeah.
here, you want to soak up as much summer as you can
Yes,
get
that's what I
because
mean.
there's not a lot of it.
Mhm.
And so, yeah, you're like, don't want to sit and plan and do lessons and whatever. I mean, I don't really plan lessons, but like
exactly. You don't want to work on school when
it's a beautiful day out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
For sure.
It's a tough one.
After talking a little bit about August and July and June, the 3 months
Those
of
are
summer.
the months of summer, yes.
What advice or suggestions do you have for other teachers out there who are maybe experiencing the August/Sunday scaries as well right now?
I would say to start, it's hard to do.
Going into school every day.
Yeah, going every single day, 8 to 4. No.
I'm just teasing.
No.
Don't do that.
But I think we talked a little bit in off the record, but just it can be, you can compare yourself to others. So try not to do that. Just because a coworker's going in or has their room ready, don't feel like you need to because other people are. Mm-hmm. But then going with that, I'd say if it's stressing you out, it's okay to do things little by little. But I mean, we're not getting paid for this time, so.
But also, I think a lot of the things that are stressing us out are things that are maybe, I'm just going to say maybe, not needed.
It
could be I am speaking from experience of myself, that I will do things that I feel like I need to do. But now that I've been teaching for 12 years, I'm like, why did I ever do that? I didn't need to do that.
First of all, 12 years.
Yeah.
Holy, we're coming up on.
This will be
we're coming up on
digits for us.
Yeah, our decade. This is our 10th year.
Yeah.
Is this gonna be my 12th or is this gonna be my 13th? You always know.
This is going to be your 12th.
Yeah. Okay. So never mind. I've taught for 11 years.
But still,
okay.
And I agree. You don't need nothing. The decor setup, that stuff does not need to be done perfectly, looking great the first day they walk in.
No.
And actually, sometimes I would feel like
you
you shouldn't because they talk about stimulation and stuff, and then you got to fill your walls with your anchor charts and everything.
Yeah,
so
and then it helps them take ownership over the room.
Yeah, it's their room too.
Yeah, right. And that's probably I've got a big less is more mentality.
Yeah.
And
So the things I like to have done, I like to have their drawer, their hooks,
name
that
tags.
stuff. I want their stuff labeled and where it's going to go. That way, when they come, they see it, they know where it is.
But mostly they feel like they already belong.
I was going to say they're part of the room.
Yeah,
they're
so
part
that's
of the class.
stuff
that's what I care about too.
That's the stuff that if I go in and do it, at least I know it's done.
Yeah.
Because then I don't have to stress. Because I never know what our schedule is going to look like on in-service days, how much work time I'll have, who's going to have the copier, that type of stuff. Yeah. So I'm if I go in and do that, then at least I feel better about having that done. And I know they'll know where their place is.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And that they're a part of it.
Yeah.
Right? That's always my thing too, is having their name tags on the things that they need name tags on, just because then they feel like I'm in this. I'm a part of this.
Yeah.
I don't know where I saw this, but I could be making this up too. Sometimes I dream stuff and I think it was real. But something if they see their spot 5 times, 5 places in the room, whether it's on your class list and here, there, but 5 times make them feel like.
Oh, I've never heard that.
I've never heard
but
that.
But I also maybe.
That also makes me have pressure to have their name 5 places.
But you would usually put class list on your door,
book
box, drawer,
and
then
book.
And cubby or something. Do we have a cubbies? We don't have
I got
cubbies.
rid of my mailboxes.
Yeah.
Oh,
so I don't have that. I used to have that.
Oh, so I could have totally dreamt this and acted like it was a real thing. I'll Google it later.
How would you just dream that up?
What are the statistics on if you have 4 spots instead of 5?
4 spots is great.
Oh, okay.
Just not awesome. Just
that's
great.
all I can think of right now.
I'm trying to Google this.
But anyways.
Well, that's a neat thing.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. But yeah, so you're probably right. Yeah, sometimes the stress you put on yourself is for the look of it, when maybe that's not what matters.
No,
maybe
I don't think
it
does. Yeah. I mean, it is. It's nice to have a fun classroom. It gets kids excited to come into a fun classroom, but also you can be exciting, right? They're coming there to see the teacher, coming there to see the classmates, and I don't know. It's not
Do you feel like? Sorry, I don't want to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
Do you feel like we, just teachers, feel like you need to have your classroom ready sometimes more for parents?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they're the ones who maybe come in, because they're not going to be experiencing it every day. They're not the kid that's excited to meet their teacher, hopefully excited,
Well, because you want them to feel at ease too, and they're like, okay, I'm dropping them off with this
prepared
person.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want them.
So if you
You want to look like you're prepared.
Yeah.
Right.
But you can also be prepared without having a room that's glamorous.
Yeah, that's Pinterest perfect and all that.
Yeah.
Also, I just Googled that 5 name thing and I found nothing, so I probably made it up. So
Hey, 4 is perfect.
4 is
I'm
the number.
in.
Yeah,
Let's
I'm
just
in.
change it to 4.
4. Yeah.
So yeah, what was I trying to say? Oh, maybe part of it is you develop a reputation as a teacher, right? Like just especially where we live in a pretty small, comparatively speaking, community. You develop a reputation, and so then maybe you feel like a lot of the people coming in know a little bit about you already, you know, and so then maybe that puts their mind at ease a little more, where they don't need to look at what you have up or what's there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because
That
people
could
know
be.
you're a great teacher.
Well, you guys,
Like
I don't know if you
I'm
know
looking
this,
at
but
Casey here.
I've had multiple times that at back to school, they're like, oh, so is this your first year in DL? I'm like, well, actually, this is my 8th year. I'm not kidding. That has happened so many times, but that's probably because I just teach and I go home. I'm not a coach. I don't, like.
You did coach a little bit early
did,
on,
but that was
a long time ago.
That was 12 years ago.
Yeah,
you
you're
know,
old.
I'm
Yeah.
old
Just
now.
kidding. We're old too. So
Yeah, so
we
they're
can
like,
say
"Oh,
that.
you new here?" I'm like, no, I've actually been here for a while." So
Has that ever happened for you, Fletcher?
I don't
no,
think so.
There's no way.
I don't.
Yeah,
No.
I can't say that's happened for
Yeah.
me either. Maybe it's just
But
because
also, like,
just
male
kinda-
teachers,
there's
that
not.
happens
I mean,
to me a lot,
less.
though.
There's less of us
We're for
at the
sure.
elementary
We're the
level.
first
There
year that they
is.
can have a male teacher, so they would
True at our school.
know see us. So
At our school,
They
we
do,
are
they-
the third grade's the first grade you can have a male teacher, and
Yes.
that's us.
So I think that also has a big difference
Yeah.
between us.
And I
True.
don't know. That's kind of been my thing all my whole life, though. Kind of like, oh, and who are you?
Yeah. What is your name again? I
What's
already
my
forget.
name?
No.
Oh,
Well, we think you're memorable.
I don't. What's your,
Shelby.
Are you JC? Oh,
That's
Shelby.
your
Shelby.
alter ego.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well,
All right.
anyway.
So like, should we go like try to like what advice? I guess like yeah.
What were you saying?
I was saying, I was saying checklist, like write stuff down. Because for me, even if I don't do it right away, just writing it down helps me think about it less, and then I can come back to it. So when I do have time, or am I gonna go in, I don't go in and like, oh, where should I start? I have a few things that already came to mind.
Yes.
Checklists are big. For
I
me.
do.
Yeah,
I do checklists as well.
Same. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. You do it in your phone? Do you do it in your phone?
I
write it down.
I've been transitioning to my phone, but so I kind of do both writing down and
I would lose it on paper.
Sure. I have to write it down or my brain will not remember it. Typing it doesn't.
it doesn't
mean
do much.
anything.
Yeah, I
write
know.
it,
I can see that.
you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, checklist. What else? What else could help with the August scaries?
I don't know.
I think going off what you just said prioritize what you're going to do, what actually matters.
Yeah, do things that actually that need to be done. Don't do things that don't do fluff.
Yeah.
You know, don't worry about the fluff. It'll all come together. It'll all be okay. It always does.
Unless it doesn't.
I have had back to school
It has
nightmares
to.
before
It
that have
has
not.
to be fine, right?
Yeah,
Like
it's going to be.
it
It's just
has
gonna
to
have to be.
work because time's gonna keep moving forward.
Mm-hmm.
Life's gonna keep going on. That first day of school is going to come. Whatever's ready is ready, and then you just figure it out as
Yep.
you go.
Yep.
You know. So
I think for me though too is I want to have things really prepared at school, so then like things at home go easier.
sure.
Yeah.
So,
Mhm.
but
Yep.
you know, you can't be perfect at
No.
it. I've tried, and
Yeah.
you can't. So
Yeah, but you can always do.
just
you
do
think's
what
gonna
you
help.
can.
Yeah.
Do what you need to do.
Yeah, like no fluff is good. So checklist, no fluff.
Yeah.
I mean, not no fluff. Like get the stuff done first, and then you can, if you have time, fluff
Yeah.
it.
And I would say doing what you feel is important, go do it. After that, find other things to, I don't know, take your mind off of it. Like for me, if I'm feeling stressed, I might go golfing, or I might just shoot hoops in a gym, or I might just go home and focus on playing with kids. So it's like, do what you feel is important, but then make sure you find time to do stuff that can take your mind away from it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I like
And
that.
I'm going to kind of piggyback on that. And because something that really helps me just all life and when I'm feeling stressed is being present and just really try to be present in the moment and just enjoy the moment for what it is instead of worrying about the past or the future, which is so much easier said than done. But
for sure.
But if you can try to do that, that does actually help me a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I would throw out, like, if the back to school emails start coming in and you have your email on your phone, like, even just taking that off for the week or two before, like, that way, if you don't see it, aren't stressing or thinking about it. Because I know some people, once they start getting those emails, then they're like,
they start to
feel like, and like they're just trying to help you feel like administration's trying to do it so you know what's going to be coming up and when the school year starts. But for some people, that can be like a trigger of, I need to be working.
Yeah.
So that could help maybe it wouldn't.
Yeah.
And some people too, everyone's different. You just have to know yourself, and you'll everyone kind of figures out their own thing, but
yeah.
It's still,
and sometimes it takes a while to figure
it does.
that
It
out.
took me a while. I'm still figuring it out.
I still don't know if I'm got it figured out.
But like, I think some people they'll see the back to school stuff and then they'll
get excited.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. And some people
get excited a
Yeah,
little
there's
bit.
some things that I definitely get excited for too.
And some people like really enjoy like the process of setting up and doing that stuff. And I think that's okay too. Like that's why you can't compare, because maybe that really is somebody's almost like a hobby.
Yep, I was that person. I loved setting up my room.
Yeah,
but now I don't.
Well, yeah, after a while. But I think that's like a good thing though to like realize like, hey, maybe this person really enjoys it. I don't. That's part of it. So
yep. You can't just compare yourself. I think that's important.
Right. Exactly.
Comparison-free zone.
Yep.
Comparison-free.
Yep. There's a quote that says, I believe it says like comparison is the thief of joy.
Joy,
or
yes.
something like that. And
I love that.
And that's super true.
Yeah.
Like
it's so true.
If you're just comparing yourself to what other people are doing all the time, you just can't be happy.
Yep.
Because there's going to be people who have the ability to put more time into their classroom or into whatever aspect of life, and you don't want that to take away from your happiness.
No.
It is what it is.
Yep. Yeah. I love that quote.
Mm-hmm.
I want that in
I've heard
my room.
the word joy a lot today.
Yes.
Yeah. We love joy.
Joy's a good
Joy's
word.
great.
Yeah.
That's what I'm feeling right now.
Yeah.
After we're finishing up our first episode of season 2.
I actually feel better about August.
Just listen to the first time podcast.
JLFT.
It's been super fun to get back talking to each other. As you can tell, it's been a while since we've had these conversations, and so we have a lot to say to each other, a lot to talk about, but it's good. And we appreciate you listening if you've listened this far. And if you would like, you can go check us out on Instagram at JLFT_podcast. You can check Fletcher out at _third grade swag. He's got, the Instagram and everything that.
So you two do as well.
Yeah, I know. And Casey is at expert explorers
third.
_third?
Underscore?
Is it underscore?
I don't think it is. It's just
Expert Explorers.
Just go look at our following, because
I don't even know.
We only follow us.
You'll see that I have 4 pictures.
Yeah, hey, that's okay.
4 is more than 0.
And I guess if we're plugging all of them, mine is
Whiting's
World third.
3RD,
yeah.
3RD.
Is yours
Mine's
3RD?
3RD as well.
Yeah, third. Yeah. So,
Mine's
anyways, we appreciate you listening. We're glad to be back, and we're looking forward to our next episode, which is going to be talking about advice for new teachers.
Yes, it is.
So we're excited to let you in on that, especially if you're new. So, thanks for listening. We'll see you next time on the Just Listen the First Time podcast.
Goodbye.